lot on the line right now for these two teams. Leenock, can he close it out? He's in the top right here in the red. His team currently leading 4-3, trying to tie things up. 4 Evil Geniuses. Ladies and gentlemen, the Blue Zerg player Revival, and this is going to be so tough for him. Going back to the olden days of Revival play, his ZVZ, it was characterized with aggression. He definitely took his gases pretty early. And I mean, he liked his pressure. And here we have it. Actually, he's going to be opening with a 9 pool. And, it's not like he doesn't have to go for the 9 pull in. He was all in. He was, he would do like that. You make a couple of queens and kind of like wall off when that was popular. I doubt we see that anymore because players have figured ways around that. But either way.
I like this though. And we'll see what Leenock's going to do. Leenock frequently, even though he will throw in early pools on a regular basis, but usually if he doesn't go for a really early pool, he hatch first, and he goes hatch first.
I don't feel like he can hatch first in this scenario, though. Like, you're up against Revival. Even if they don't know his best matchup is ZVZ, they know he was picked for ZVP. So, I mean, it's probably not his best matchup. And then you've got Leenock, who's definitely favored in probably every way. But here it goes, man. He's going for the 15 hatch. I am so surprised by this.
Yeah. It's just what he normally does. I mean, I agree with you. The circumstances being what they are, not his best matchup. You've got to try and play safe. You may think that something crazy is going to pop out. But that's just kind of Leenock's style. If he doesn't go for that really early pool, then we're probably going to see relative macro play out of him. And just, cross your fingers. Okay, it is a 15 pool afterwards, so it's not like a 16 or 17 pool.
Yeah. Ling's spawning. And he's continuing to reinforce with more of them. No queen started quite yet, even though he does have the supply available for it.
Oh, and these the Overlords are just not going to see this until very, very late. Not that he can do anything about it at this stage of the game anyway.
Well, actually, I mean, he could. That he just started up an Overlord in this situation. You could extract a trick and make some Lings. I actually had this happen to me today.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, like, derp. Why did I not wait like 2 seconds? Because, I mean, the Ling spawning time.
Well, I mean, obviously, he's pooling his minerals right now. He's going to save up for as many Lings and Queen as possible. He's probably going to have to give up this hatchery.
Yep. This is a really smart choice out of Revival. He knows that Leenock, in this safe matchup, if he did go hatch first, it's just so more likely that he went for the fast pull behind it. There's no reason to risk it all on like a 15, 17, 16.
Gets a cancel on the hatch,
of
course.
Gets a drone even.
Ooh,
wow.
Almost gets a second one, too, and now all the Lings are inside of the main. Lings are just popping up for Leenock at the moment, but he's already lost a few workers, and he's down that hatchery, of course.
Yep. Couple of Lings killed off there. Definitely a lot of damage dealt. This drone's very, very low on health. Revival is going to escape. And
he ended up killing the drone that was that had canceled and had gotten away earlier, so even more damage done. How many workers killed in total? 3 and a hatchery. Really good start for Revival.
Yeah, he's got his own hatch about completed now.
Yeah, he's in a great spot.
Well, we saw when he didn't make the queen before, even though he had the supply, had the minerals, that quick hatch, just such a smart decision.
Now, of course, because of this, the only real disadvantage he's going to carry is going to be in gas. Leenock is going to have speed much earlier than Revival will. But, of course, he's going to have the extra hatch. He'll have extra queens. He'll be able to defend more appropriately. So as long as he stays safe against some sort of follow-up to this, I think he's in a really good position.
Yeah. Revival right now kind of just dancing back and forth. 32 supply to 30 and 21 drones. We've got a lot spawning right now, most likely. It's just like a 3-drone advantage. Actually, it's about 6. Revival's got them spawning right now, in fact.
Yeah.
So
pretty good.
Yeah, not too bad at all.
All right, so things are looking a little bit tough for Leenock. Now, we've seen him work from disadvantages before. He certainly has the ability to bring things back through smart tactical decisions, knowing when to strike. I mean, Leenock always in discussion or has been, I should say, over the past couple of months, for best player in the world. He is great.
Plotting right now. That's what he's doing, Ken.
Yes,
he's
plotting to take over for best player in the world.
Well, in this scenario, I feel like Leenock's got a plan already.
Yeah.
He's like, look, I'm going to have to go for this because of this particular situation that I'm in. The question, is it going to be burrowed? It should not be Mutalisk at all. Because if Leenock goes Mutalisk and Revival goes Mutalisk, Leenock dies. There's not too much micro involved with Muta. It's just, I have more Mutas than you, so I hem you in.
But the question is, if he decides to go down Roach Infestor route, which he likely will, I think we're in agreement there. If he decides to go down Roach Infestor route, does he rush Infestors to try and get those up, or does he go for a quicker Roach just to stay safe a little bit earlier?
Yeah, I was wondering that as well, because timing push here out of Revival could be positively devastating, as we actually see the Roach Warren going down. He's dropping 3rd and 4th gases, and with that, and only one Evolution Chamber, yep, the Lair should be starting. And because he's just, I mean, with that much gas, you are not going to be spending it with one Evo Chamber.
Now, Leenock is in a pretty good spot as far as upgrades go. We mentioned before that's the advantage he's going to carry. He's going to have those upgrades. He's going to have that speed earlier if he wants it. I think he bypassed it, yeah, because he's prioritizing it for the upgrades at the moment. We'll see Lair Tech here in just a bit. That's where he's going to be behind. But the upgrades are going to be very nice. If he forces in early engagement with Roaches, he's going to have that critical Carapace upgrade advantage.
Now, Leenock's doing something very important here, skirting those lings around the edge of the map so that he can go get information on what Revival is doing. And when he comes up, he's going to see the Destructible Debris gone. He may even see a 3rd base if Revival goes to drop one, as the Rocks have, of course, been killed. We actually see a unit headed over there right now, and this is so nice. These lings, in fact, how many lings are there? We've got, what, 8? All right.
Yes.
We've got Revival with...
he has 9 lings, I believe? Yes.
All right. Won't be able to particularly fight here. In fact, you know what? Revival's got Roaches spawning right now as well. That's actually really nice. For Leenock, he's going to see the exact timing of that, but does not get into the main.
No, and loses quite a bit of lings without taking, I mean, he gets the timing on the 3rd base. Yes, those are all good things. He knows that he has a moment if he wants to try and rally a giant force and try and pressure his opponent, he could do something like that. And it looks like he's actually just going to try and match his opponent macro for macro and put down his 3rd base too.
Yeah, you're definitely right, Kev. I mean, he sent in eight Zerglings there, and the objective of 8lings, when you send 8, it's because you want to get into the main.
Yeah.
You send 8 to get into the main. He didn't manage to do it. He's pretty in the dark right now.
Yeah.
All
So
he
he
knows
missed
is
layer
I need to drop a
timing.
3rd. Yep.
He's going actually Hydralisks out of this too. Roach Hydra for now. He's not going to have that AoE damage that his opponent does. Very nice job. Revival even bringing over, just eking out every little advantage at the moment. Bringing over his Overseer, takes out the active Creep Tumor, going to force more energy out of these Queens. Very cool stuff, and Revival's, he's played very well this game.
I mean, it's Revival, man. He's a good player.
Oh, it certainly is. I don't want to take anything away from him, but
I'm fanboying right now.
Yeah,
that's all. I like him, man.
It's Leenock, man. It's Leenock.
He's one of what he was like. He was basically Revival was like the Violet before Violet for us.
Yeah.
Because Violet kind of blew up on play, and we were all freaking out. We're like, this guy is so good. But Revival was kind of the Zerg player that was really the big star before Violet hit the scene. And, well, here we are now with a big timing push coming out of Revival, and Leenock only has 9 Roaches to Violet's, what, 30?
You said Violet. Yeah, Violet on your mind, man.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, and look at these Lings pulling units out of position while he moves to the front with these Roaches. So smart.
Tumors dead. Things Leenock really doesn't want to be giving up.
Yeah, I mean, he has everything in place right now. He's pulling back to the Spine Crawlers right now, but the Queen actually gets targeted out first, and it had transfusions available. Very smart play once again from Revival. I am incredibly impressed with Revival's play this game. From beginning to end, this has been perfect. Leenock goes down. We're going to game number 9.
The best Zerg in the world has fallen. Revival guys playing so good right there. That was sick, man. Too many times you get ahead in the game and then you feel the pressure,
Yeah.
You're like, I can't mess this up.
But there was no pressure felt there from Revival. He just commanded that game from beginning to end. The last player coming in for FXO, it should be no surprise to anyone. It's a guy who is fantastic in TVZ as well. It's Gumiho, the Taltaran himself.
I just can't believe we're here at Game 9, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good way to come back.
Actually, you mentioned it. You were like, Startail versus FXO.
Yeah, that's right. Revival's now won 2 games in a row, hasn't he? So he needs 1 more, and FXO would actually go 1-2 in their group. That would be disastrous for them, 2-time reigning GSTL champions.
That would be, but Kevin.
Yes?
Things are taking a turn for the weirdness here because we had our first color change.
In game number 9, of course, yes. Gumiho is going to sport orange.
Uh-oh.
Guys, we're going to go to a commercial break. When we get back, it's game number 9, the deciding game between Team Evil Geniuses and FXO.